English listening. How to eat at a buffet. Hello, my name is not important, but my job is. I am a restaurant host. I have worked at buffets for many years. I welcome guests. I help them find a table. I watch the food area. I see many people, and I see many mistakes too. Today, I want to help you. Maybe this is your first buffet. Maybe you feel a little nervous. That is okay. A buffet is easy when you know what to do. Let's go, step by step, from the moment you walk in to the moment you leave. Before you arrive, first, let's talk about before you even leave your house. A buffet is a restaurant with a lot of food. You do not order from a menu. You walk to the food and take what you want. This is fun, but it is also different from a normal restaurant. So, a little planning helps. Do not eat a big snack right before you go. This sounds strange maybe, but many beginners eat a sandwich at home, and then they are already a little full at the buffet. A buffet has a price. You pay one price, and then you can eat many things. So, you want to be hungry, but not starving. Starving means very, very hungry. If you are starving, you might eat too fast, and that is not comfortable for your stomach. Also, check the time. Buffets often have different hours for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. The food changes too. Breakfast buffets have eggs, bread, and fruit. Dinner buffets have more meat, soup, and dessert. If you want a specific food, like seafood, check if that buffet has it at that time. Some restaurants only put out seafood for dinner, not lunch. One more small thing. Wear comfortable clothes. This might sound funny, but you will stand up and walk many times. Tight pants or uncomfortable shoes make this harder. A common mistake is wearing very fancy, tight clothes to a buffet. Comfortable clothes are much better. Walking in and getting seated. When you arrive, a host like me will greet you. I will ask, how many people? Just tell me the number. For example, 2 people, please. I will show you to a table. This is called being seated. Sometimes, at a busy buffet, you might wait a few minutes for a table. This is normal. Please be patient. A common mistake beginners make is standing right next to the food while they wait for a table. Please wait in the waiting area instead. This keeps the path clear for other guests. After I seat you, I might explain the rules. For example, the buffet is over there. Drinks are included, or drinks are extra, and a server will bring them. Listen carefully here. This tells you what is free and what costs extra money. If you are not sure, just ask. A good host is always happy to explain. There is no silly question. We want you to enjoy your meal. Getting your plate. Now the fun part begins. The food! Near the buffet table, you will find a stack of plates. Take one clean plate. Do not take 2 or 3 at the start. Here is why. At a buffet, you can go back many times. Each time, you take a new, clean plate. This is very important for cleanliness. A big mistake beginners make is using the same dirty plate again and again. This is not polite. And at many buffets, it is actually against the rules. Servers will clear, or take away, your dirty plate from the table. So do not worry about a big pile of dirty dishes. Just leave them and get a fresh plate for your next trip. Also, look for different plate sizes. Big buffets often have a large plate for main food, a small plate for salad, and an even smaller plate for dessert. This helps you organize your meal and also helps you know how much to take. Choosing your food. Now you walk along the buffet line. This is the row of tables with all the food. Walk slowly. Look at everything first before you take food. This is a great tip from me to you. Many beginners take food from the very first table they see, and their plate is full before they even see the good stuff further down. So walk all the way down the line first, just looking, then go back and choose. Here is a very important tip. Start small. Take a little bit of many different foods, not a huge amount of just one food. Why? Because you can always go back for more. There is no limit on trips to the buffet, but if your first plate is too full, you might waste food. Wasting food is not good, and at some buffets, there is even a small fee if you leave too much food on your plate. So, small portions first, then go back if you are still hungry. Let me explain a helpful word. Portion. A portion is the amount of one food that you take. A small portion of pasta is a good idea. For example, 1 small spoon. You can always add a bigger portion later. Use the correct serving tool for each food. A serving tool is the spoon, fork, or tongs. Tongs look like a big tweezer, used for grabbing things like bread or tongs for salad. Every food usually has its own tool. Please do not use your fingers to take food, and do not use the serving spoon from the rice to grab the chicken. This mixes foods together, and it is not clean for the next guest. If a tool falls into a dish, do not just leave it there covered in a different sauce. Tell a staff member, and we will happily bring a clean one. A common mistake for beginners is touching many pieces of bread or fruit with their hands, looking for the best one. Please just take the piece closest to you, or use the tongs. Other guests will eat the food you touch and put back, so please be careful and considerate, which means thinking about other people's comfort too. Hot food and cold food. At many buffets, hot food and cold food are in separate areas. This is not just for taste. It is also for safety. Hot food should stay hot, and cold food should stay cold. This stops bacteria, which are tiny germs, from growing. A warning here: if you notice a hot food that feels cold or looks like it has been sitting out for a long time, please tell a staff member. Do not eat it. Your health is more important than finishing your plate. Try not to mix very hot food and very cold food on the same small plate for too long, especially ice cream. A funny but common mistake is a guest putting ice cream on a plate, then walking slowly back to the table while looking at more food along the way. By the time they sit down, the ice cream has melted into a soup. My tip: get your dessert last, right before you go back to your table, or even after you finish your main food completely. Drinks. Let's talk about drinks. Some buffets have a drink station, which is a table just for drinks like water, juice, soda, tea, or coffee. Other buffets have a server. Bring your drinks to the table. Remember what I said about listening carefully when you get seated? This is where that information helps you. If there is a self-serve drink station, please still use a clean cup each time, just like with plates. Do not put your mouth on the drink dispenser, which is the machine that pours the soda or juice. Just hold your cup underneath it. Eating and manners at the table. Now you are back at your table with your first plate. Eat slowly. This is one of the best tips I can give you. Buffets are not a race. You can sit, relax, talk with your friends or family, and enjoy your food. A common mistake is eating very fast because a person feels they must get their money's worth, which means eating as much food as possible to feel the meal was worth the price. But eating too fast is uncomfortable, and it is much less enjoyable. Slow down. You have time. While you eat, please keep your napkin on your lap. A napkin is the cloth or paper you use to clean your hands and mouth. If you need to leave the table for a moment, like to go to the restroom or get more food, you can put your napkin on your chair, not on the table. This shows the staff that you are coming back and have not finished your meal yet. If you drop your fork or a spoon on the floor, do not pick it up and use it again. Just leave it and ask a staff member for a new one. We are always happy to bring a clean one right away. Going back for more. After you finish your first plate, you can go back for more food. This is completely normal, and you can do it as many times as you like, within the time the restaurant allows. Remember, take a new clean plate every single time. Also, remember the tip from before. Take small portions again, especially if you want to try many different foods. If you are still hungry after a normal amount of food, that is fine too. Buffets exist for this reason. Just be considerate of other guests waiting in line. If the line is long, try not to stand and think for a long time in front of the food. Decide quickly what you want, take it, and then step aside so others can move forward. If you truly cannot decide, it is fine to let others pass while you think. Special situations. Sometimes buffets have a chef standing at a special station, cooking food right in front of you, like an omelette station for eggs or a carving station for meat. Here, you tell the chef what you want, and they cook or cut it for you. This is different from the rest of the buffet, where you serve yourself. A common mistake is walking past this station without realizing you can order something custom, which means made specially just for you. Do not be shy. Just tell the chef what you would like. For example, can I please have a cheese omelette with tomatoes? If you have a food allergy, which means your body reacts badly to a certain food, please ask a staff member before you eat. We can tell you which dishes are safe. This is very important for your health, so please do not guess. It is always better to ask. Paying and leaving. At the end of your meal, a server will usually bring the bill, which is the paper that tells you how much to pay. In many countries, it is polite to leave a tip, which is extra money for the server, for good service. The amount can be different depending on where you are. So, if you are not sure, you can quietly ask the staff or check local customs before you go. Before you leave, take one last look at your table. Make sure you have all your belongings, like your phone, bag, or jacket. Summary. Let's go through everything one more time, quickly. Before you go, do not eat a big snack and wear comfortable clothes. When you arrive, wait to be seated and listen carefully to what is included, like drinks. Take one clean plate at a time and always get a new plate after eating from a dirty one. Walk along the whole buffet line first before choosing food. Take small portions so you can try many things without wasting food. Use the correct serving tool for each dish, not your fingers. Keep hot food and cold food separate and get your ice cream last so it does not melt. Eat slowly and enjoy your time at the table. Go back for more food as many times as you like, but be considerate of other guests in line. Try the special cooking stations if you see one, and always ask about allergies if you have any. Finally, remember to pay, tip if it is expected, and check your table for your belongings before you leave. Enjoy your meal.